How do you plan to get your life together as a mompreneur this year? I can tell you this much. If you don't organize your ideas, manage your time, and take care of yourself, then you won't ever get it together. Most moms try to get organized with another planner, another degree, another business, and it always misses the mark. It's not your fault. No one's teaching this stuff in schools, and our parents certainly didn't teach us. If anything, we were taught to complain and struggle and fear the worst because that's what we saw everyone else doing. And here we are trying to be present mothers and successful entrepreneurs. Who does that? The audacity. I don't mean to sound dreary. I just want to bring to light the state of mind we often find ourselves in, the low level vibration we live in most of the time. And I've been there, so I know. But change is upon us because I am giving you the keys to your transformation in this video. Before we dive into how to get our shiz together, we have to wonder why. Why is it that we want to get it together? I would venture to say that you want to stop living in survival mode and start thriving and living up to your potential and making the most of your time here on earth. Is that fair to say? And you probably want to get it together for your kids because they're watching you and you're the best person to give them a strong start in life. Kids are a product of their environment, and we moms are actively, consistently, daily creating their environment. And moms tend to create under pressure, racing against the clock, burdened by fear or insecurity and operating from that place. But that's not where your power lies. If you're like me, growing up how I didn't have the background knowledge of wealth or fortune or a trust fund paying me dividends. I had hustle and hard work and grind just to pay the bills that never stopped coming. But I quickly recognized the game that I was meant to play, using the power of my mind to create my own reality. So I know if I want different for my kids, I've got to get my shit together. How am I doing that? I'm consciously choosing every day to stop living in lack. It was a decision I had to make, and the moment I did, everything shifted, and it became more organized and more manageable and less chaotic and less stressful, all because I saw myself and my environment differently. And that's not because my environment is spick and span, far from it. My boys have a way of following me around as I clean with more to clean. And it's not exactly quiet all the time where I can just bliss out and meditate for hours on end. But this is the work. To get your life, to get it together, everything starts with you. We see the world not as it is, but as we are. What does that mean? It means our internal state, our self, colors everything we perceive. Good or bad, nice or naughty, scarce or abundant, limited or free. So if you want anything to change, you have to first change yourself. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Yvette that Declutters, your less is more coach and business mentor. And this is what I do all day, every day. I declutter minds. And I help you get out of your own way so that you can become the version of yourself you always wanted to be. And as a mom myself, it has become my mission to help a million moms clear their minds of lack and limitation and scarcity thinking that they would then pass to their offspring, and the cycle continues. We're here to break that cycle. And we do what we have to do for our kids as devoted mothers. But what I've seen so often with my mom clients is that they are scared to want, scared to rock the boat, scared to be different than what their family and friends expect them to be, to go after bigger and braver goals. And so they stop short of ever truly having what they want. Can you picture what you want, what you truly, truly want? If you closed your eyes and pictured an idyllic present moment reality for you and yours, what do you see? Who's around you? What are you doing? How are you being? Don't be scared to make that vision in your mind's eye perfect, awe-inspiringly perfect. That's where we begin. If you're liking this content, please click like and subscribe because I have so much more in store for you. This year, we're not letting anything stop us from having our greatest, biggest, boldest desires. I publish videos on a weekly basis, so we're in this together. And I have a few important truths that you're now ready to hear if you're still watching this video. Except that you have mom hours now. Your schedule looks like when they need you and you preparing for when they need you. And your work gets to fit nicely in the cracks of your new normal. Except that your kids force you to slow down. That is, if you're willing to stop trying to make them speed up, to match your momentum, and just let them be kids in the few precious years they get to be. Accept that you are no longer going to live by your own agenda ever again. It's now yours and theirs. Accept that motherhood is unpredictable and learn to go with its flow. It's much more rewarding that way. Okay, now you're ready. Let's get it together. Starting with how you organize your ideas. My guess is you're not short of ideas. As a new mom, especially, you're probably drowning in them. It's our creative nurturer brain that seeks ample opportunity to provide for our kids. Organizing ideas is part of structure and flow. Having a way to store your ideas and sort your ideas and review and execute on those ideas so they don't just take up space as wishful thinking is crucial for a mompreneur. You have plenty of ideas, and you'll continue to have more and more ideas, especially as you get into the flow of creating your own reality. They don't stop. But too many ideas feels scattered, like open loops everywhere. One clear idea feels grounded, and we want to feel grounded when we execute on our plans this year. Here's how I do it. Get your ideas out of your head and onto an area I call the brain dump, like the Notes app on your phone. And you can rest knowing it's stored somewhere to build upon later. I like the Notes app because you can dictate to Siri a note when you're on the go or trying to be hands-free with your kids. And while I do use the Notes app on occasion, I ultimately prefer to transition all my ideas onto the Trello app because that's where me and my team work, and it's easier for me to move it through the pipeline there. But think of this running list as a parking lot for your ideas, and that will calm the nervous system because your $1,000,000 idea is safe. Number 2, pick your focus. There's one idea that you're working on right now, not 10, not even 5, just one main focus for today. You could have a couple projects that you're working on simultaneously, but really one focus for the day, i.e., creating content for YouTube, or sequencing nurture emails for your list, or hosting an event, whatever it is. Number 3, sort your ideas in support of that one focus, and the others are shelved for later because you only have so much capacity. This will help with decision fatigue and all the other fatigues we moms face. Number 4, review your ideas list on a weekly basis, like on an admin day. Take time to look at your brain dumped ideas and categorize them into projects or put them on the calendar. And a lot of them will stay on the list for now. And later you'll be able to call on your team to help you execute on these ideas as time permits. Next, you're going to get really good at managing your time. There's no lack of things to do as a mom. There's plenty to do, plenty to pile on your plate. So then, what is time management but boundary management and attention management and habit management? Because those all determine where you spend your time. So get clear on how you're spending your time versus how you want to be spending your time. Take an inventory. Look at your calendar from last year. What obligations do you want to let go? What obligations do you want to keep? What routines or habits will you let go? What routines or habits will you keep? What's a realistic day in the life for you as a mom and entrepreneur? And what would be more ideal? You already closed your eyes earlier and thought about your ideal present moment reality. So what does your calendar look like in that scenario? What are you saying no to? What are you saying hell yes to? What are you doing when you feel the least amount of mom guilt? What are you doing when you feel the most confident in your skin? Can you create a schedule now that matches that feeling more often? Come up with 5 non-negotiables like meal prep or exercise or journaling or writing your book and plot them into your calendar. If you need more help with time management, download the Own Your Day toolkit in the description box below. It's my favorite hack to get your life back, moms. And last but not least, you want to take care of yourself. You know, shame and guilt are the lowest vibration on the map of consciousness, and yet moms find themselves in that vibration on a regular basis. I know, because in the midst of my postpartum depression, those were my 2 dominant feelings, that and misery. But that vibration was created from an old you, one that was barely making ends meet, running on caffeine and cortisol, and dragging herself to get through the day. It's time to embody a new you, a new person, a whole person, a loving, patient mother, and a multimillionaire and successful business owner. That is the identity you're creating your life from here on out. This new year, you're going to act as if it's already done, who you want to be and what you want to have. You're creating the environment, the internal environment of belief and behavior that calls that new reality to you like a magnet. This is usually the time where we get caught up thinking of all the ways things aren't working. But now we're putting our attention on all the ways they are. It's all mindset. How you show up hinges on how you think, and how you think is a byproduct of how you care for the mind. I personally love meditation, walks in nature, yoga in a quiet, serene place, journaling in the mornings, or regular massages. This connects me with my truth, my inner compass, my inner knowing, my inner wisdom that is connected to universal intelligence that supports me along the way. So, this part is for you to fill out. Every day, I will take care of my mind in these 3 ways. No one can tell you what you need to connect your mind and body, to connect your spirit and soul, to come from a calm, cool, collected, centered place, knowing who you are and where you're going, and letting nothing get in your way. I hope this was a good kick in the old caboose to get you on a new path that fulfills you and sustains you and shows you what you're made of. And I'll admit I'm only scratching the surface in this video, so I plan to do a lot more of these on this topic. But in the meantime, tell me in the comments what resonated most with you. What tip will you implement first to embody a new you? I can't wait to read it and support you in making it happen, because you're not just a mom. Till the next one. Peace.